What's going on, everybody? What's up? What's up? We are Twin Flames Unite at it again. And if y'all don't know by now, I'm Chris.
And I'm Leisha.
What
What up?
up?
We're here.
All right, we'll give y'all a few minutes to chime on in.
We were a little bit late, just a tiny bit. We supposed to be here at 9.
Yeah.
Sorry.
What's going
Hello.
on, everybody? What's up? What's up?
Who do we have in the house?
Oh, just give me a second.
Yeah. The vision is not what it used to be. So everything looks so tiny.
Yeah, it's 2020, y'all.
Yeah. I'm supposed to have
All right.
2020 vision, right? Actually, I do. I do have 2020 vision.
What's up, MPF?
Here they go.
No, we're not doing that. What's going on, everybody? Yo, what's up? What's up? We're gonna give everybody just a few more minutes to jump in because we know we weren't exactly here when we needed to, but
Yeah. Bear
we were
with
out running
us.
some errands and we tried to get back as soon as possible, but we got here.
We here. We here. We in the house. We in the
Yep,
house.
yes, yes. And this evening we have some awesome information to share with you all. Once again, keeping true with our promise about helping everybody move along in their evolution as far as spiritually, mentally, and physically.
Yeah.
And this evening, we have some information to share as far as when it comes to lessons and how lessons can be in disguise.
Literally.
And what are some major lessons to learn?
Well, excuse me, we live. Well, first of all, kind of wanted to wait to get some more people to join in, but it's okay. They could hit the rewind button. But first thing we gotta ask ourselves in this life that we live in, like, I mean, what are these lessons, right? What are they supposed to bring us? But really and truly, when we live in a life in awareness, right, it's really supposed to bring us things like wisdom, knowledge. We're supposed to get to a different level of self awareness as we move along in this journey. I mean, that's the whole point, soul growth and self improvement. And with doing so, a byproduct of that would be having better relationships with people, because we got to live with people, right? I mean, they're all around us, so you can't really hide and escape them.
Yes.
That's like cheating life.
Yeah, that's a major cheat.
Yeah.
And we've spoken about life lessons before and how life throws you a bunch of lessons and it's up to you to learn from those things. And I don't think we ever really went into detail as to what would those lessons be.
Right. What would they look like? Because they camouflage sometimes. And we were just talking today. The funny thing about when lessons get camouflaged in life, they mask themselves differently the next time. So it's kind of tricky. And it's tricky because if you kind of miss it the first time, you're not going to see it the second time. And so you end up repeating these lessons over and over again. And then sometimes you can feel stuck.
Yeah. And sometimes, a life lesson can be disguised as a pattern because we see things as far as going about our day-to-day lives or just dealing with people, and we get so caught up in the mundane and just getting caught up in everything that we fail to see the patterns.
Yeah.
And in the patterns, most of the times, not all the times, but in most times, you find lessons within those patterns. Now, the cool part about it is that you can actually jump the curve or jump in line when it comes to life lessons,
Right.
because there are some lessons that you can learn before you actually even go through them.
Yeah, some things you can just kind of just sit back and look. You don't necessarily have to partake unless you really want to, but you can kind of just watch things and learn from people.
Yeah, yeah, because I remember when I was younger, it's just personal. I give y'all all personal stuff. But when I was younger, I would see my oldest sister and my youngest brother get into a lot of trouble. So I would sit back and I would watch them to see what to do and what not to do.
Oh boy.
So I didn't have to get a lot of spankings. I did get some. I mean, I did a lot of stupid stuff. So,
See, and I was a complete opposite. I was like, not me. That's not gonna happen to me. I'm still gonna do it. Hard headed. I hope y'all not out there like me who's just hard headed. But some people are just like that. Some people like to learn their own life lessons, and there's nothing wrong with that. Some people are just more hands-on learners than others. Some people they can just watch a situation and know, hey, that's not for me. They're not even going to take the risk. But
yeah.
then they're the risk takers, who's not afraid of anything, and they'll just jump in it and be like, okay, I already knew it was going to happen. Happen anyway. But just
Yeah.
be prepared for the cause and effect of these life lessons, right?
And I like the analogy that you made way back when. Um, and for those of y'all, I see somebody asked if we were going to do some card reading.
Oh,
If y'all would like for us to pull some cards for you, we can do that a little bit later after we cover some things. I'll definitely drop the information in the comments in just a moment. But there's an analogy that you made a few videos ago that if you see somebody um, if you see some shit in the road
oh, yes, you gonna bring that one out.
and you looking at it like, I don't know if it's shit or not. Let me get a little closer. Is that? Yeah, it looks like. Let me taste it. I was like, what? No. Like, you got enough information to see that you don't need to step in it.
Right,
You
right, right.
know,
You ain't gotta take it, then step in it. Yeah, that was
because
funny.
sometimes with life lessons, you can smell
Yeah,
it, you can taste it, you can see it, you can hear it
right,
before it comes into your field. But
man.
we just got a few that we're going to run through and just break some stuff down as to life lessons, because the reason why we can't really give any like blueprint to this is that because the possibilities of life lessons are infinite.
Really is.
It's just like your fingerprint. Nobody's going to have the same life lessons. There are some that are very similar,
Right.
but they show up in different ways.
Different ways, and some of them are very basic. You got lessons of learning how to forgive. Learning patience, and the biggest one, which I think is this one, I think is challenging for a lot of people. Not everyone. It's letting go of attachments.
That's one of the big ones.
That's one of the big ones, and that's the one of the ones that we're gonna really dive in today is about letting go of attachments, right? Letting go of those attachments that's no longer serving you, and it could be painful, but it's even more painful if you keep holding on to something that is not serving you. And we're also gonna go into talking more about just letting go and ways in which you can let go
Yep.
and know that it's going to be okay, because these attachments, whether it's a belief system, whether it's an opinion, it doesn't matter whether it's a person, situation, circumstances, all attachments, and some of them can be very painful,
Yep.
but it don't get easier. The more you hold on, it does not get easier, and it does not get easier to carry.
Yeah. And just going back to some notes here, as far as a note, as far as learning the
Yeah.
lesson of letting go of attachments, is that don't become too attached to outcomes or beliefs.
Oh, that's the
Remember,
big one.
yeah, remember to be open to all possibilities and ideas.
Yes, guys, and this also goes back to if you if you come with conditions in your circumstance, if you're, you know, in a relationship with someone, this is a big one, and we can all get caught up in this one.
Oh yeah.
You're in a relationship with someone, you guys are having a discussion, right? And let's say you want to open up to the person, you want to tell them what's in your toenail, what's in your lungs and your kidneys, right? You want to tell them about your dreams you had last night.
Right.
And so, one of the things that's definitely I would advise you to keep in mind is whenever you're opening up to someone, or if you might be asking them a question, right? Or just opening up in general. You never want to have conditions like premeditated answers in your head or premeditated outcomes that you're expecting the other person to deliver.
Yeah.
Because here's what's going to happen 9 out of 10 times, Okay, the premeditated response that you're looking for or reaction that you're looking for, you might not get it.
Yeah.
And that's where the attachment is, because you're holding on to an idea, or you're holding on to an outcome that you might not receive. And so that's right there, that's where the pain is.
Yeah.
That's where the suffering is.
Yeah. And I have a little bit of a funny but real analogy. I don't know if it's too funny. It just depends. It depends on your perception. Um, as far as letting go of attachments, we're not going to talk about relationships. I'm going to get real simple and basic with this, okay?
Go on, babe.
Say you received a dream for the winning numbers for the lottery. And the lottery is like 50 million, 100 million, whatever you want, right?
Right now.
And so you got the dream and you're like, oh man, I got the winning numbers. I'm going to go down to the store. I'm going to buy my ticket. Hell, I'm going to buy 2 tickets.
Ooh, boy.
Right? And you had this dream and you just certain that in your dream it's giving you the right information. And you start counting the money. You start like, oh, I'm about to buy this house. I'm about to get this car.
Oh, boy.
Man, you know what? Forget that. I'm moving out the country. Deuces, Trump.
And went and bought a giraffe and everything. You got a giraffe now.
Right. But when the numbers come out and the numbers are not your numbers, now you're feeling all salty.
Now you done got a giraffe you got to pay for.
Now you're all in your feelings.
You probably done put down some money in a house.
All because you put all of your weight and energy into an expectation and you had no guarantee of what the outcome would be.
Speak on it.
So you can apply that to just about anything.
Anything. That's attachment. And I've been down that road. Many
Many times.
many times.
Right.
Until I had to learn to stop allowing myself to suffer like that. And it's not until you're fed up. You just get tired of being tired. And then one day it's just gonna click to you. And you're just gonna stop putting expectation on things, belief, people. You're just gonna let go of all expectations. And however the cookie crumble, it crumbles. And then you just,
because it does crumble.
you just deal with it. And then that's a
Somebody said now you got a giraffe you got to pay for.
see, you got a whole giraffe from Africa that you got to pay for.
And already called and put in your order like, yeah, I'm good for it.
Right. let me get some trees in the backyard and get a whole ranch, and you ain't got the money. So sometimes we can't afford. Literally, we cannot afford to put expectations on outcomes with people, situations, circumstances, because we're gonna go bankrupt.
Yep.
We ain't got it, because when money is currency. Your attention is also currency, because you have to get in the flow.
Yeah.
Right? Cash flow, energy flow. You're still spending it, because what do they say? Could you spend some time with me? When you're buying something, how much are you spending? So
if you don't believe that attention is currency,
what?
Look at Facebook, look at Instagram.
Instafame, Instagram, what's the other one called? Snapbook?
Snapchat. Yeah. Yeah.
Whatever.
Right now, your attention is what they're searching for with all of these social media platforms. They want your attention, and they'll spend as much money, they'll spend as much currency as they can muster up to get your attention. So believe me, your attention is currency.
It's currency, and it's valuable. And that we're gonna talk about that self in a minute, because we definitely believers, or knowers I should say, in self.
Yes.
Right? So yeah, that's pretty much it. We got some points that we wrote down, because sometimes we talk about stuff and we want to be able to provide valuable information, and not only just say stuff, but we want to provide stuff that works for us. And it's probably not going to work for everybody, because everybody is different. But situation, analogies, it could possibly help someone. So that's why we kind of take the time out to share. And then, we do sessions with people, and sometimes we notice a pattern within the collective. And so we just pretty much giving information that help other people also, not just us.
Right.
And these are really, really insightful tips that we have.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the first one that I want to get into is going to be for us to live in the now. This is 2020, guys.
Mm.
Okay? I mean, the new year don't really start till spring, but whatever. We're going to go with the Matrix because when we in Rome, we do what the Romans do. So
Yeah.
live your life now. Like
Yes.
now. Start living your life right now. Don't put it off until this thing happens or that thing happens or
Mm-hmm.
when you get together with Sue and Paul. No. Live your life now. Because while you're making plans, life is happening.
Mm-hmm.
And every day that go by is another day that takes you closer to the end goal. And we all know what the end goal is in this lifetime, right?
Mm-hmm.
So live your life now. Live in the freaking moment, man.
Yes.
Get you some selenite.
That is an awesome life lesson to learn.
Yeah.
Because once you live in the now, you start worrying about what happened in the past. You
Right.
start worrying about what's going to happen in the future, whether it's good or bad.
Right. Or
You know?
however you want to look at it. If you feel like good or bad don't exist in your reality, congratulations.
Yep.
Okay, you reach enlightenment. Wonderful.
But just focus on right now.
Yeah.
Enjoy that enlightenment because it's happening right now.
It's happening right now in the moment.
Yes.
And another big one
Mm-hmm.
that I noticed, and I know I used to have this big issue of anger. I used to have anger issues, road rage, because I lived in New York, and road rage was just in my DNA after a while.
It was required for New York.
It is. If anybody lived in New York, if anybody here drives in New York, you would realize that road rage is very common.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like a different energy when you're driving in New York. You have to turn into this beast. Because if you don't, you'll get into an accident, like literally.
Yeah.
It's just a different vibration. I'm not going back to New York.
Mm-hmm.
Bye, New York. But anger, right? When we think about anger, that's a really strong emotion. And you know what's funny? Anger is not even as bad as like guilt. Huh. Anger is not as bad as guilt and what's the other one? It's guilt and apathy. Those are actually lower vibrations than anger. Who would have thought, right?
Mm.
But the thing with anger is when you get so angry, you lash out and you react.
It's not worth it.
Cause and effect, right, baby?
Mm-hmm.
And so after you get angry and you might say something and you might do something, you can't take it back.
Mm-mm.
And that gets echoed. So you want to really be mindful of that emotion, anger. You might want to learn how to be that alchemist and channel that energy into something else
Yeah.
and revisit that situation when you're in a different vibration.
Yeah. Learn healthy communication. Communication is key because it allows you to get your point across and do it in a way that can be received.
Right, respectfully so.
Mm-hmm.
And that goes right into the next one. You are not always right. You're not always right.
Not always right.
Man, I tell you, when I was in my 20s, I thought I was always right. I thought the world was crazy.
Mm. Boy.
I was like,
know
what's
you
wrong with them? I'm the one that's right. There are 20 people telling me the same thing. No, Alicia, you are not always right.
Mm-mm.
And that's another lesson that I had to learn.
Yeah.
That I am not always right. Sometimes I'm wrong, and I have to admit it. I have to be like, you know what? I sure the hell was wrong. That was my bad.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
True self-reflection.
You got it, and that's part of letting your ego die a little bit, because, or not so much letting your ego die.
Put it in the back. Put it in the back
There you
seat
go.
where it belongs.
Yeah, let your ego be in the back seat. Let it come along as a passenger just while you're here on this
Right.
3D plane, because it's needed as far as an anchor. But you know, we really got to get out our egos and humble ourselves. I mean,
Yeah. Humble the ego.
take heed from Kendrick Lamar.
Right.
Be humble.
Be humble that ego. Let it just chill out. Give it some water to drink in the back seat. Like get some chips or something. Maybe if you're
Give it
vegan,
some juice.
give it a fruit and let it just humble itself back there.
Mm-hmm.
And you always keep it in check and let it know you are not the driver of this vehicle.
Right. And thank y'all so much for the book suggestions. I hope y'all are, all y'all that have notepads.
Thank you, guys.
Somebody dropping some really good book suggestions in there.
Nice.
So
I love it.
definitely.
I love our subscribers. You guys are freaking amazing, man. This beautiful community that we built for about a year now. We love you guys so much. I love the way that you help each other in the chat, like comment and stuff like that. That's wonderful. Now the next one is risk expands you.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Now that's one to expound on because a lot of people don't really see it that way. It's like you want to avoid risk at all costs, but
Yeah.
you know, risk actually have a positive effect on your life.
Yeah.
Because you know there are risks that we have to take in life, but we don't just go about taking uncalculated risk.
There you go. That's the word I'm looking
Okay.
for. You got to get your calculator out.
You got to add up those ones and twos, those ones and zeros.
You got to add up.
Yeah, because you know when you take risk, for example, our relationship, like this was like a risk for us, like emotionally.
Yeah, big
because
risk.
we didn't know how it was gonna pan out.
We had no idea. We was living together after month number what, baby? 3?
No, 2.
2? We was like, let's move in together.
Second month, I'm like, yeah, shit, yeah.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, you got 4 kids, yeah. Come on, let's do it.
Let's go. I'm
Like,
like, you ain't scared? Nah, let's go.
Well, yeah.
that was
Sometimes you gotta take a calculated risk.
The bigger the risk,
And-
the bigger the reward. That's what they say.
And to be honest, I hadn't, you know what? I gotta apologize.
Wow.
Because sometimes I have epiphanies, and I don't have epiphanies until we get on the video.
Me too.
And
I have a confession to make. Me too.
Dang, now I just lost it. What I was about to say.
It's okay. Maybe your highest ever say
Oh,
not now.
no,
Okay.
yeah, I know what it is.
Okay.
You know what? I calculated the risk when we decided that we were gonna move in together. But the thing that outweighed the risk the most was the power of the attraction that we had for each other.
That magnetic pull that you're talking about.
Yeah, like it was strong. It's like
Yeah.
I don't know what's gonna come of this,
Right.
but I feel like I need to take this journey and see what.
Just go on with it and see how it. That's how I felt too. Shoot, I was scared too. I was like, Lisa, what the hell you doing now? You crazy. You real crazy for real. You don't even need no doctor paperwork. You for real crazy.
Right.
But yeah, sometimes you gotta learn how to take those calculated risks, right? Weigh things out. You know, this is where your masculine energy comes in. That logical mind. You know, you balance it with the intuition. You know, you really want to have that nice balance when you're making those type of decisions.
Yeah, and either way, if that calculated risk comes out good or if it comes out bad, that's also a lesson within that.
Exactly. Just look for the lesson inside of it. There's a nice wrapped lesson in every circumstance, situation, or person might be bringing you.
Well, sometimes it's not wrapped nicely.
Not all the time.
Not all the time.
Not all the time. Sometimes it is, but not all the time. All right. So the next one that we have for you guys is gratitude. I talk about gratitude
multiplies
all the time.
happiness.
Gratitude multiplies happiness. Gratitude. When you start waking up and just being grateful for everything, like even the tough lessons in life, when you start being grateful for Shirley because her dog peed in your yard, you know, because now, or doo-dooed in your yawn because now your roses is blossoming really nice. Who knows? Like, you know, just...
Or you may just be grateful that you have fluoride-free toothpaste.
There you go.
You know, you got the little extra money to pay for the fluoride-free.
A little $2, you know.
You know, hey,
just
be grateful
things.
for that.
Just find things, and the more, and it really works. Like, I'm only saying this because this stuff really does work. When you start finding these little things to be grateful for, something starts happening in here. I can't even really put words to it, but something definitely starts moving and turning on the inside. And then you start feeling like a joy on the inside, right? And then no matter what's going on the outside, you feel kind of unshakable. And it's
that's a beautiful feeling.
It's very contagious too. And
it's that unfuckwittable
on there you go,
fuckwittable
unfuckwittable. That's
essence.
essence. That's what it
Yes.
is. And yeah, so definitely start developing that gratitude. And these are just life hacks, you know.
Yeah.
The next one, self honesty is freedom, guys.
Mm.
Self honesty is freedom. Don't blind yourself with the truth. You
Well,
know,
you know,
it's
I think you got to say that a little bit differently. Hold on, because self honesty is freedom. Now, when you're in denial of something and you are blinding yourself to the truth,
right.
even if the truth is temporarily painful, it will ultimately set you free.
Say it, baby. Say that again.
Okay?
You gotta say that again.
Even if the truth is temporarily painful, it will ultimately set you free.
Set you free
Be radically honest with yourself so that you can live authentically.
in
You,
your truth.
you know, because when you're authentic, you're really able to be yourself. You don't have to hide yourself. You don't have to put on a mask.
Yes.
If you don't want to put on makeup for that day, or
Right.
fellas, if you don't want to shave,
Right.
you can do that because it's your right. It's your
Right.
God-given right. It's your free will.
Right.
So,
That is so factual, and don't be afraid of speaking your truth or being who you are around your friends or friends,
nah, if
because the right ones are gonna stay. That's what you want. It's kind of weeding out the sheep from the goat. That's what they say.
sheep from the wolves.
Sheep from the goat, wolf, whatever,
Where
man.
do you get the sheep from the goat?
That's what they say, because sheep and goats are like, they go
Who says
mad.
that?
Don't they go mad?
Hold on. What's the sound they make?
Mad, man. Man.
You know what?
Man, man.
I'm actually at the point. I don't even know what sounds
They
goats
say they
make.
go like that. Man, that's the goat.
No, I think that's the sheep.
Man, they do that.
Oh
Don't they do that? Y'all say something. Y'all not gonna help me. What they say? What the sheep say?
no! Oh, they haven't responded yet, but
They say that, don't they? I know they say that.
I
They
think the
both.
sheep said bad.
Y'all gonna be that crazy couple. Man, that's what they say. I know it. They say that. I cannot with you tonight. Don't they say, man, whatever.
Oh boy!
I'm not even going.
What's the next one?
Yeah, Google it. What they say? What she say?
Man, my stomach hurt, man.
What's my next point?
They both sound alike, though.
You see? I know it, but y'all know what I'm saying.
Oh,
You
okay.
got to weed out the ones. See, now I forget my point. You got to okay. So you got to weed out the ones that don't belong.
Right.
Okay,
Pretty much.
there you go. That's what we was trying to say. Cheese on bread, boy. I tell you. Now, boom. This goes right into my next point. Y'all gonna like this one.
What's that?
My next point is this: perfection is boring.
Yes, it is.
Perfection is boring, very boring. You know, our differences is really what sparks true connection with others. Because when you're connecting with someone and you're trying to be too fake, or you're trying to be too perfect, or trying to be too know-it-all and most this and most that, you know, whoever you're connecting with, they're connecting with a persona, something or someone that doesn't even exist. So that connection can be broken very easily. You know, it'll so
Yeah.
just be you. We don't have to be perfect. We just have to be real.
Yeah.
That's it.
Because when you think about it, perfection is really unattainable. I haven't seen anything that's quote unquote perfect that doesn't have some type of flaw in it.
Right. And then what you might consider to be perfect, and this is why perfection is really kind of really not
Subjective.
attainable. And it's subjective, because what you might find to be perfect, somebody else might find fault in it.
Right.
So, you know, it's again subjective.
Yeah.
And,
Because when you look at art,
ooh,
a lot of art is just a whole bunch of mistakes
Yeah.
that just work with each other. And you know, sometimes some of the biggest musicians, when they get on stage, they don't always
perform perfectly. Sometimes they miss notes, but they miss notes so well that you don't know
Right.
that they
You
missed
don't
the
even
note.
know what's going on.
So,
You too busy dancing.
and and it's like life. Like so many people look at other couples on Instagram and they out
Right.
in Dubai,
Right.
they are on the beach, and you think that that's perfection and that's
Right.
couple goals,
Right.
but in reality, they can't stand each other.
Probably they would hurry up and take this picture, bitch. And you don't know what's going on behind closed doors.
Right.
I can't stand her. He's so eager. You don't know what they doing when they not taking those pretty selfies or whatever have you.
Right.
Not saying that that's the case. Some people do really have those type of relationships, but what we're saying is you don't know that,
Yep.
right? And what's the little saying that we had with the comparison?
Comparison
Comparison
is the
is the
greatest thief.
greatest thief of all joy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So the next one that I have for you goes right into the next one. Happiness is our responsibility
Oh,
individually.
we
Uh,
gotta we gotta touch on
we
that.
got we got to touch hard on
We
this one,
gotta
don't
touch
we?
hard on this one. Yes.
Real hard. I'm gonna let you do it. My baby is gonna
Yeah.
break it down.
You know, when you look at life, and um, and I think this is one of the other life lessons is that so many people wait for certain things or people or their ship to come in
Yeah.
order for them to attain happiness. And happiness can be attained way before you receive anything because it's
Right.
already within you. So the reason why happiness is your responsibility, is my responsibility, is Leisha's responsibility,
Right.
is that because we're not spiritual surgeons, okay? We can't go into somebody else's psyche, take away their childhood traumas. We can't fix whatever is going on emotionally. We can be
Right.
there to support.
Exactly.
We can help provide environments to make things harmonious, but that environment is external.
Pretty much. It's like
And
a plant. When you plant a seed, you give it the soil. You can put it in a really nice angle so the sun can hit it the right way. You can give it some really nice water, maybe alkaline, I don't know,
Give it some alkaline
minerals,
water, yeah.
whatever. But when it comes time to the actual growing, when the plant has to blossom, the
Yeah, the
plant
seed
has
got to
to
do it.
push through that seed and crack open that.
Ooh, that's a beautiful analogy.
Yeah.
Because, the seed has a hard shell that's around it, which, if you look at it in real life and in real actuality, our walls that we put up,
Right.
our barriers that we put up,
Yeah.
and things like that, we have to take our spirit man, spirit woman on the inside and
Yeah.
break through those barriers in order to be shown and see the beauty.
Right.
So,
So you can see that growth, but think about how it feels in the beginning, right? Like
painful.
let's put ourselves as the seed that's being put in that ground,
Or a
right?
butterfly,
Or
actually.
even a butterfly, but the
Yeah.
seed being put in the ground, in the earth, right? It's dark. It's cold sometimes, maybe even. Sometimes
Lonely.
it might be kind of lonely because you're the seed, you in there, and you
Nobody
have
else
to
with you.
push through that barrier. You be given the right environment, yeah, right. But you still have to push through. You still have to bust that hard shell opened up so that
Yep.
you can really blossom and you can start growing and you can start rooting yourself within the soil, and then you can start getting your leaves and stuff like that, right?
Yeah,
So that's how we are
that's
here.
some deep stuff right there.
So in the beginning, when we shed in and when we doing our little work so we can grow, it's lonely. It might be cold. It's black and dark as hell sometimes.
Yep.
But look what comes out of that type of environment.
Yep.
Beautiful plant.
Yeah. And if you all like other beautiful melanated couples, Will and Jada Smith actually revealed this, and I think another rapper, I can't remember his name right now, they both said the same things, and they've actually been with their partners for like decades, right? And quoting from what Will Smith pretty much just said, what we just said, when it comes to his wife, he told her that your happiness is not my responsibility.
Right. And that's deep.
Like he pretty much told us like I can do all this thing, I can make money, I can buy houses, but when it comes to your happiness, and we're talking about somebody who's got millions, probably even
Right.
billions at this time, which
Hello.
shows that happiness is not found in money.
Right.
Okay, so he told her that your happiness is your responsibility. You take care of your happiness, I'm gonna take care of mine, and we're gonna come together and we're gonna have a beautiful relationship.
Power couple. No,
That's
we don't know that because we're not with them. We
no,
just
we're not with them. I mean, that's what
we
he
don't know.
said,
But
but
hey, just we just going with the analogy here. So just stay with us.
yep.
The next one that I want to get into is for people who these people are kind people. They're very loving. They're very open. They're very compassionate. They're always giving. Have you ever met somebody like that who's just always giving, 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 giving? They say yes, 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 and give, and they love, and they give, and they just seems to they just always giving, right? And when I was growing up, I've seen a few people like that, and I always find myself like defending people and fighting for people, right? Because I would see that they can't stand up for themselves. And that used to really piss me off. Like, why are you not standing up for yourself? And so for my people out there, there are some narcs in this world. People who have serious trauma. Okay, serious trauma. And they just refuse to do any shadow work. They refuse to deal with their trauma. And they just bleed out on everyone. They just lash out on everyone that they meet. And for those sweet souls that are out there, those ones that continuously just give and give and give and give, and just kindness after kindness, compassion after compassion, literally just lay themselves out like a doormat and let people just have their way and walk. Stand up for yourself.
Yeah.
Okay,
You gotta stand up for yourself.
if that's you, sometimes you have to take a stand. You can still be compassionate, you can still be loving, but you have to know how to have those healthy boundaries, self-love, so that you can teach and show people how to treat you. So sometimes you have to take a stand for your own self.
Yeah, and we understand that it's difficult to do at first. It's very scary, especially if you're going up against somebody who you feel is stronger, wiser, faster, sexier, uglier. I mean, depending on how it intimidates you,
Yeah.
you still have to stand up for yourself.
You have to stand up for yourself, and no matter what you're going through, no matter what you think you look like, if you overweight, if you underweight, if you dark skin, if you light skin, if you black, brown, Chinese, Japanese, I don't know, whatever your skin suit look like, whatever
It's
that
just a
is,
shell.
it's just shell. Doesn't matter what that look like. Have enough of that essence. Bring it out to stand up for yourself.
Right.
Don't let nobody take advantage of you. You have all the power within you to rise up out of any given situation and to run away from any narcissists if you have to. Okay. Yeah, just definitely wanted to say that was kind of laying kind of heavy on my heart. Maybe that's for somebody. I don't know.
Hey, you never know. And
But
for those of y'all who are just tuning in, you may not have been here from the beginning. We're just talking about some life lessons
Yeah.
that are necessary to learn throughout this journey. Of course, there are multiple, many variations of life lessons that we all go through because everybody's unique. But there are some that are consistent across the board.
Yeah, across the board. And the next one that I want to talk about is be prepared for opportunity. 2020, guys. Lots of new opportunities rolling in.
Right.
Just be prepared. Start recognizing your seasons and your cycles. We all have seasons and cycles.
Yep.
Start paying attention to yourself. Start looking at your patterns. I'm talking about your life patterns. Go back 20 years from now if you're that old. Go back as far as you can when you started making decisions, and try to see if you can notice patterns in your life, because you start noticing you have cycles in your life and you have seasons in your life. And when you recognize your cycles and your seasons, then you can prepare yourself for
Yep.
opportunities.
Yeah, and this also goes into the power of manifestation and attracting what you want into your life. Because if you make yourself prepared for an opportunity, that opportunity will come.
Yeah.
And when you think about it, there are a lot of people who prepare themselves for opportunities or situations and they don't even realize it. Say, for example, if you're just a real Debbie Downer or a negative thinker about a relationship and you think that your partner is going to cheat and you just focus on that,
Oh,
you're preparing yourself for that.
it's gonna happen.
Yeah, it's going to happen. So, how about just like Sadhguru asks so many people that if you had a choice of how your life would be, would you make it good or would you make it bad? You have the opportunity from this moment forward while you're here on this 3D earth. Well, actually, I think it's in 4D by now.
5D.
Yeah, yes, in 5D. Yeah, my bad. But you have the opportunity right now to create the reality that you want to live in. And
Right.
so, if it was me, I would be creating a world that I really want to be in. And right now, I'm pretty much in it.
We doing
But
it.
we have goals that we are wanting to attain, and we are preparing ourselves right now for that
Yep.
opportunity. So as soon as it's there, oh, we're moving right in.
Take off.
Yeah.
So yeah, you just prepare yourself, just know that it's there and know that it's pretty much already here. You just waiting to experience it. But in the meantime, just enjoy life. Continue to raise your vibration because it's much easier to manifest when you're at a higher vibrational state of being, consciously. That I should
Yeah.
say. That takes me into the next point that I have is don't be afraid to be alone. Don't be afraid to spend time by yourself. Okay? That's when you really get to know who you are without outside influences manipulating maybe the personas that you have. Because, sometimes when you're around certain people, you guys ever heard of this saying, you are a different you depending on who you're around? So you might be one way when you're around your mom, you might be a different way when you're around your dad, you might be a different way when you're around your siblings, and you might be a different way when you're around your coworkers, and you might be a different way when you're with your husband or your wife or sister or whatever have you.
Like 12 people in one body.
That's a lot of goddamn people to keep up with,
Yep.
right? So you can see how confusing that can be and how it would make a lot more sense for you to sometimes spend time with yourself alone so you can get to know who you really are,
Right.
right? And get to really harness in on what you really want to do, what your goals are without all these outside
And just bombarding you.
chitty chatter. Oh, you should do
Yeah.
this. Or you should do that. Or what happened? You used to do this. You're not doing this no more. And then and coming from all different directions, you can't even hear yourself think. So sometimes it's good to spend quality time by yourself to develop that what's on the inside, your essence. And so that way, when you have time to spend by yourself, and you go around whoever, you could just be you. And if they're not accepting of you, that's not your problem. You will realize that has nothing to do with me. Hey, this is just me. This is who I am. I'm working on me and I'm growing and I'm learning. And eventually they're gonna respect you for it. They're gonna be like, you know what, hey, she's really she's really doing something different. Okay. And they'll start having a lot more respect for you.
Yep. And we're kind of close to the end on this, so I just went ahead and dropped the notification to let y'all know that if you would like to have a card pulled for yourself this evening, and if Alicia's still feeling generous, we'll be doing 3 uh, cards being pulled. So you can definitely drop a donation of $10 or more. And we thank you to all of those who actually
Yeah,
donate more than
so
$10. That
amazing.
is amazing.
You guys are
But
wonderful.
yeah, y'all can go ahead and drop those donations in, and then we'll go ahead and pull those cards as we come to them.
And as we are coming to a closure under life hacks, there is one last one that I want to leave everyone with. And this one is called love is unconditional.
Mm.
Okay? Love is unconditional. So, what does that mean? That kind of plays into thought in a sense, right? So, when you love someone, you really want to get rid of the bag of conditions,
Mm-hmm.
right? So, love and conditions will give you love with conditions instead of unconditional love.
Mm-hmm.
Get rid of the conditions
Yeah.
to truly be vulnerable, to truly open up. Hey, you know what? You might get hurt.
Mm-hmm.
That's a part of life.
Yep.
It's a part of the lessons. There is an old saying, it is better to have loved and be hurt than to have never loved at all,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yep.
So we want to get rid of the conditions for 2020. And for every thought that comes into our etheric field, our mental field, or whatever, or your mind, whatever you want to call it, you don't have to act on it. Know that it's a choice. Because thoughts are like clouds, guys. Do you see how you look up in the sky and 1 minute you'll see this big cloud, and the next minute the cloud already shifted and it changed to something else? It looks like an elephant one time, the next time it done changed to a dragon. That's thoughts. Our thoughts are like that. They're like clouds. So when you get a thought, just look at it. Just like how you look at the clouds. You be like, oh, what the hell? Where did this come from? Oh shit! Like damn. And watch what's gonna happen. If you start looking at your thoughts, you're gonna start seeing them just flying by, like, whew. And then you're gonna be like, "Ooh, you know what? That was a good one." Then another one will come by, and you'll be like, "Ooh, where the hell did that come from?"
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to act on them; they're thoughts.
Right.
You are not your thoughts.
Mm-mm.
You know, we're not our thoughts. So the thoughts are like roads. So they're like kind of like you could choose. You don't have to jump on everyone. You know, you might be in a relationship, a thought come in, oh, he cheated.
Mm.
I know he cheated. You ain't got no type of nothing to support that thought, but it's just the thought.
Yeah. And you know, you know what? We got to go to that saying from the song Lauryn Hill, which is also in the Bible. Let me pull this up
Go on,
because this actually, you know, out of all the things in the Bible, this to me is really on point. Let me see if I can pull up.
What love is.
Mm-hmm.
Love is kind.
Love is patience.
Love is patient. Love is not jealous. All these things that love, but what love really is. And it doesn't necessarily have to be somebody that you're in a romantic relationship with. It's just love in general, as within, so without.
Mm-hmm.
And so once you start living on that love frequency, you're going to start noticing that your world is going to literally change. It's going to change. People around you are going to start reacting differently towards you because they're going to notice something different. They're going to feel you. People are going to start feeling you.
Mm-hmm.
Now, oh, that's not the King James version. Hold on.
Y'all ever seen so many versions of the truth?
Oh my gosh. Like
I'm
there's so many
weak.
versions. They got new versions and all this. Like, man.
Y'all know that's a lie.
Let me pull up the King James
If y'all
version.
got if y'all husband told y'all he got 5 versions of the truth, which one you want to hear? That's a lie. What you mean? What version I want to hear?
Oh boy.
So we looking through to find the one of the versions here to quote what love is.
Okay, I got it here. I mean, it's probably the closest I'm gonna get.
Is that one of the versions?
It's one of the versions.
No, read one of the versions.
But so, church, if y'all will, go ahead and turn to 1 Corinthians, chapter 13,
I'm so good.
verse 4 through 7. Let's all stand for the reading. Oh, no, I'm gonna sit down. Y'all sit. Okay. Love is patience. Love is kind. Love doesn't envy. Love doesn't boast. Love is not proud. It doesn't dishonor others. It is not self-seeking. It is not even anger. It keeps no record of wrongs. Love does not delight in evil, but
Mm-hmm.
rejoice with the truth.
Woo, 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 woo.
It always protects,
Woo, woo, woo.
always trusts,
Woo, woo.
always hopes, always
Mm-hmm.
preserves.
Hold my
And
hand.
this is the new international version.
Woo, woo,
There's so many
woo.
versions I couldn't get to King James. I'm sorry.
How nice is that? Now that's love, guys. Love don't come with bearing conditions, you know? A lot of us out there looking for love, but we can't put down the bag of conditions. Gotta put it down. You know,
Right.
you have to be vulnerable. You have to be open to love. Cuz that's you can't find love if well, I shouldn't say find, but it's harder to connect with love when you're closed off. When you got all these walls and all these barriers and all these conditions, it's really harder to connect that way. Like at least the connection that you probably want to experience, I should say.
Yeah. And Caitlin asked the question, what exactly is self-seeking? Just like a general definition.
Yeah.
Self-seeking is service to self. You're, you know what? It's that fish love. Okay. As far as when we're talking about self-service, like fish love is like you say you love a fish, but you catch it, take it out of its environment, put it up on the grill and fry it up.
Talking about, I love fish. No, you don't. You hungry. And
That's self-serving.
you want to eat the fish. You don't love the fish.
Yeah.
Because if you love the fish, you'll let the fish experience life, just like you're experiencing life.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's self-serving or self-seeking. Like you're only doing it so that it benefits you.
Right.
Because when you really love somebody, sometimes you do things and it's something that you really don't want to do, but just because you love the person, you trust them so much that you're willing to do it.
Right.
Like for guys, for example, and I'm just saying this, baby. Well, you know, because I go through the stores and I just go boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, I said,
But
yeah, he's really good at that.
if your man goes out to shop with you to like a clothing store, that dude loves you. Because most dudes do not want to be in the clothing store trying on 5, 10 outfits, trying to see which shoes go with
Right.
this, trying to figure out what earrings go with that.
Right.
Like, no, we know what we want. We go in,
And get it and
we
leave.
get it and we leave. We probably in there like 5, 10 minutes.
Right.
And the only reason it may take us a while is because we may not find the right
Right.
pair of pants that fit the size, but we know what
Yeah.
we're going for.
You helped me. You helped me find what fits. You helped me find shoes, and you helped me put it on. And that's nice, because that's so nice.
Yeah. So that's a selfless act.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
That
All
is
right.
nice.
And we got one donation in from Miss Solange.
Solange.
I think they're over there.
go
Hold on,
get-
on hook.
Oh,
Just
still hooked up.
gonna grab the camera and
See,
everything.
that's called a strong connection. I'm still hooked up.
So we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna pull a card for Miss Solange. Thank you so much for the donation. And Alexis, just let us know. Excuse me, not Alexis. I think it was Brittany. Brittany, if you can let me know, because I saw one donation that, well, actually two donations. There was one this past Tuesday and one this past Friday, but I didn't see one for Sunday. So please give me some type of clarification on that, or if you just want to email us directly, you can do so as well.
Did she get her reading?
Yeah, I thought she got her reading. It was, but if not, we can.
We got
Yeah.
you, boo. We got you, boo.
Yeah, we got you.
We got you. We got you. We right here in the house. We're
Oh,
giving these
quick,
guidance
yeah.
for 2020.
You pass me the book.
And we are going to allow my beautiful knight in shining armor to shuffle, because his hands are magical. He
Yeah,
has
I
a
took
magic
my-
touch.
Took my cold shower today, cleansing my aura.
Got his white shirt on.
I did my meditations. I actually did 2 meditations today.
Ooh, you on
That's-
fire today.
And that last one just had me in complete bliss. Like I didn't want to move.
Sadhguru.
Yeah. I did not want to
Yeah.
move after that meditation.
Listen.
I just wanted to stay there.
Y'all gotta try that
But-
meditation for Sadhguru. It's called "I am not my body. I am not even my mind."
No, you know what? Actually, I had to pay attention to the words because I was saying that, but that's not what he was saying.
What he was saying.
He said, I am not the body. I am not even the mind. So he's not even putting ownership on the
Oh,
body
he's
or
it's
the
just a
mind.
the. I am not the
Boy,
body. I am not even the mind.
right.
That right there, boy. If y'all want to get to know who you are, do that meditation,
Yes.
and
And,
then you'll start really getting in touch with your essence.
yeah.
It's beautiful.
And for those of y'all who are looking for meditations to do, we actually have a playlist on our channel that's just for meditations and I just recently started to curate these meditations. At first I just put in the ones that we did, but I was like, man,
Yeah, we have
like the
some good
meditations
stuff.
that we do that are like bomb ass meditations,
Put them
we
up there.
we put them in the playlist. So if you're
Share
ever
with
looking,
them.
yeah, if you're ever looking for a good meditation, check out our playlist on our channel and just go down and watch them. Some of them are
Yeah.
ours, some of them are from other people that we trust.
What about the ones, the sleep ones?
I think I got the sleep ones in there
Yeah,
too.
those are good too.
Yeah. If not, I can always go back and double
Somebody's
check it.
here. Somebody's saying hi. Hi, guys. We
Hey,
got
Kelly.
some people just joining us tonight. What's up, guys?
All right. So it's all shuffle good. So we're
So
pulling for Solange right now.
that's we doing. We going with that vibe. That's a good vibe. So he's gonna shuffle, and I'm gonna pull the first three.
Yeah. I'm gonna shuffle it one more time.
Okay, get my selenite. This is my one.
That way we can balance out the energy a little bit.
Yeah, you guys should get some selenite if you don't have any already. I made this one too. It's like a
Damn.
little wand. Okay. So let's see what your higher self, what message your higher self have for you on today. So we're gonna have the crone.
Oh wow, it's 11:11 on the East Coast.
Oh, holy cow! And that just came out. So this, whoa. And what do we have here? We
Oh,
have
that's upside down.
the counselor. Okay. We have the counselor, and then we have the maiden. These are interesting cards. So we have the maiden, the counselor, and we have the counselor. So these are you got two major cards in here and a water card. Now the crone. The crone is pretty much a woman who is like mature, like an older woman. Um, when the crone card comes up, it's pretty much telling you that you have untapped potential that stays it's still lying kind of dormant beneath. Like you want to dive into yourself a little bit more to start pulling out those untapped potentials that you have. I mean, you're older, you're wiser, you're really not in the mood for BSing around, like maybe somebody who's much younger. So it's a time like a settling down time for you, more maturing and growing into the essence of who you are, and this will be the perfect time to really tap in to
The other
yourself.
two. That's the other two. It's not the Chrome.
Yeah, and that's the crone. That's actually a pretty good card, very sturdy. Um, the crone usually signifies a woman who's wise, like you have a lot of built up wisdom over the years, and just use that wisdom to nurture yourself. Okay. The next one is the maiden, and also it goes the maiden goes hand in hand with the crone, because this one is encouraging you to follow your dreams and discover your passion. So it's pretty much it's the same thing, and focus on more self-discovery, and don't like put limitations on yourself. Move past those limitations and restrictions that we usually put on ourselves. um, Start becoming a little bit more independent and seek your own answers. So start going within. You have a lot of untapped potential that lays dormant. Start going within, and don't be afraid. Release fear, right? And also express your goals and desires. Stay true to yourself, right? And that's for the maiden. So just move forward what you're doing with confidence and grace. And as far as the counselor, the for the counselor, it's saying that it's time to question like mixed emotions. So maybe you're going through something right now that's causing you to feel A little bit of mixed emotions. It's this card is calling you to look beyond words, go further than just take things for face value, right? Listen. It's saying to listen, listen, listen.
Listen, Linda.
Do do a lot of listening, and if you need to seek counsel, like seek objective counsel, all right. But be very mindful of the counsel that you seek. Um, you might be experiencing an emotionally complex situation. Um, so maybe try to show some empathy. Maybe this is an opportunity for you to have like understanding, more understanding, and be more receptive instead of rejecting, right?
Mm-hmm.
And maybe your feelings, whatever your feelings, might be preventing some type of resolution, right? So, and pretty much that's your reading for today. So definitely you want to go within, you know, and if you need to seek counsel for whatever you're dealing with, um, you can, but just make sure that you're seeking counsel or guidance from somebody who's
Mm-hmm.
balanced, somebody who's well balanced. You want to be careful.
Yeah, she said at some point.
Yeah. So that's what your higher self have for you on today.
Mm-hmm. And for Brittany, we're just gonna go out on good faith, and we're gonna pull some cards for you as well.
All right, Brittany love. So we're gonna the magic touch. You got the magic touch.
Oh boy, I got the magic. Hope they catch that.
Y'all just bear with us. We on
boy.
live. We can't edit nothing.
Man, it's 10 o'clock. Well, 10 o'clock our time. You know what? Y'all some night birds. Y'all like
Yeah.
night owls. Y'all just, 'cause I know we got quite a few people on the East Coast. I hope you ain't got to get up early and
Oh,
go to work in the morning.
I like the people in the chat is sending like love to what's her name? The reading I just did, Solange. Is that
Oh,
the
I think so.
yeah. You guys are so amazing in the comments. I love how everyone just support each other in the comments.
Mm-hmm.
That is beautiful.
All right. We're going to shuffle this just one more time. Oh, been off work all week? Boy, I wish I was off work all week.
That is nice. That is so nice.
All right. So this is for Brittany Alexis.
Brittany?
We're going to see what the first three cards are
Yes. See
and go from there.
what your higher self got for you on today. All right. So for Brittany, we have the Queen of Air, Brittany. So we have the Queen of Air, and we have Ace. This is following everybody.
Mm-hmm.
This Ace of Water is following everybody. I think it's because it's a new year. And then we have emotions.
Mm.
So we have emotions, and we have the Ace of Water, and we have the Queen of Air. So with the emotions card is pretty much letting you know that you want to be mindful of your emotions. You want to have
Mm-hmm.
healthy emotions. So you want to learn how to balance those emotions. And remember, we said early 2020, that's what we're going to be working on as a collective, is learning how to use our emotions and not let our emotions use us.
Mm.
So we're going to be utilizing our emotions as a tool, right? So whenever an emotion spark within you, first thing you want to do is to see where that emotion is coming from,
Right.
and is this emotion going to serve me within this moment,
Mm-hmm.
right? So use it as a tool. Watch your emotion. Be mindful of your emotions.
Yep.
And the Queen of Air, is pretty much telling you that it's pretty much time to be realistic about something. You want to be more mindful, be more observant, right? And
Mm-hmm.
you want to start planning and start organizing, determine your course of action. So you got to make some decisions, right? it said this is, oh, so this is, everything is lining up right now, because it says a need for emotional detachment. So you got to detach right now from whatever emotions that's not really serving you, right?
Right.
Be decisive and precise. You got to make a decision. Choose your words with care, and make sure you stick into the facts, and don't allow your intellect to alienate, right? And with the ace of water, it's usually signifying this is good times for you. You know, this is something good is going to happen, but you have to take a leap of faith though, and open your heart, right, and follow your passion. You have new experiences and new opportunities coming your way. Go ahead and prepare for it. Might be a new friendship, who knows? Um, but you got to address those feelings and free yourself, you know, from that fear influence. Free yourself. So you got some good things ahead of you. Just got to balance out those emotions, and just let go of anything that's not serving you right now, so that you'll be able to enjoy you know, what's coming, because you got good stuff ahead.
Yeah. A lot of good stuff.
A lot of good stuff is in store.
Yep. So, Brittany, if that information was helpful for you, definitely let us know if that resonates. If you all have any questions in regards to anything that we just covered, because we went over quite a few of the different life
Points.
lessons.
Yeah, life hacks.
Yeah. So, these are some lessons that you can learn before they even come around the corner.
Yep.
And there were quite a few other ones that we
It's a lot that we
yeah.
wanted to went over a lot, but we just kind of picked some of the ones that we noticed that were really common.
Right. And, I'm actually going to run through real quickly on some of these as far as some life lessons that can be learned. But let me double check something. Uh, love the Bruce Lee quote. Oh yeah, that Bruce Lee quote, "Be like water." That was a very wise dude.
Yeah.
Very wise dude. But
Reliable.
just some life lessons that you could try to learn now before you even go through it. And some of these you may have already learned, because I know quite a few I've learned myself.
Yeah.
But relationships rule. Debt isn't worth it. Your kids are not you.
Yeah, that's a big one. I had to learn that.
Uh-huh. Failure is good. Friendships need care. Um, kindness matters. Age is a number. And when we say age is a number, we mean as far as in life experience.
Right.
Because there are some people who are 12 that had more life experience than somebody who's 30.
And I've met some.
Okay. Traveling expands you, which means that it broadens your horizon. Change is good. Um, you can't control others.
You really can't.
Your body is your temple. Please yourself first in a whole bunch of ways. But please yourself first.
Don't listen. I see how you don't got no behavior.
Worry is worthless.
Yes, get rid of that.
Heal your wounds. You don't need anybody else to heal your wounds. You heal your own wounds.
Right, so you don't go around bleeding and everybody else that you come around.
Yep. Make every day counts. Make every day count. Do hard things first.
Right.
That's one of the things when it comes to prioritizing your life. If you do the hardest things first, everything else just seems so much easier.
Yes, it does.
You know what? This is a lesson that I think I learned probably this past year, is that life isn't always fair.
It's not.
If you can learn that lesson now, you'll be way ahead of the game.
Far ahead.
I mean, there are so many lessons. Like, forgiveness is powerful.
It is.
Love doesn't heal everything. Um, and keep the spark going, and honor your love language.
Right.
It's so many life lessons that we can learn prior to going through them.
Getting into like sticky situations, and always pay attention to the lessons. The reason why you want to focus more on the lessons, don't really focus on the individual. and what they did to you. Yes, people got problems of their own, and so they're not dealing with their problems. So it's finding ways to come out, right? But for you, on your end, whenever you're going through something, a circumstance, a situation, if somebody's treated you in a certain type of way, always look at the lesson that is bringing you first. You can always focus on what they did after. But just so you don't have to experience that same lesson with the next person, right? Because it's always going to be a person bringing the lesson most of the time. They happy, they're eager to bring the lesson.
So eager.
They're so eager to bring the lesson for you. But definitely have yourself at such a level of consciousness that you will be able to look at the lesson that they're bringing for you. Half the time, once you really get the lesson, you end up being grateful for the person for bringing the lesson to you. Sometimes it's kind of painful, some of them it's kind of heartbreaking, but try to develop yourself to such a level that you will be able to see those lessons in the way that they cloak themselves. Because if you miss it the first time, it's going to camouflage. It's going to do a little matrix thing because you're going to miss it. It's going to do a little matrix move right here.
Gonna mix up on you.
You're going to miss it because it's going to change on you real quick because we in the matrix. Got a lot of Neos in here doing, so you got to be able to pay attention. Get these lessons so you don't have to keep repeating them. They don't always come in the same pattern. Well, yeah, it will be in the same similar pattern, but it might show up differently, and somebody else different might be bringing it. But pay attention to the lessons so you don't have to keep repeating it. It might be a lesson of someone teaching you how to let go. It might be a lesson of you learning how to love and respect yourself and set healthy boundaries. It might be a lesson of you learning patience. It might be, and each of these lessons are helping your soul to grow.
Yeah.
You're leveling up. So each time you refuse to learn the lesson, that's why you feel stuck.
Yeah. Yeah, and to Alexis D, I would strongly recommend getting into some kickboxing class or some type of karate class, or just some boxing classes, so that way you can get some anger out, so you don't have to slap your boss.
Yeah, you want to get the anger out. You don't want it to stay because it's energy, and if you don't release it, it's gonna find a home in your body. So you don't want those type of energies to find a home in your body.
Yeah, and I was just telling that to Sarah a moment ago, which is another life lesson, is to not hold your tongue. Before you say something, you want to think it through.
Right.
You want to first make sure that what you're saying is true. Are you saying it in love? And is it necessary to say?
Exactly.
Because you need to get that out, because your voice is energy. Okay? And if you hold your tongue and you don't say what you need to say, then you're putting a negative energy a negative vibe on that energy that you just held in your body. Now that negative energy then is going to go through and wreak havoc on your body if it's not situated in such a way where you can withstand it. But over a period of time, that energy will manifest itself into something as cancer or some type of autoimmune disease.
Right.
So it is beneficial for you to say what's on your mind, but before you just go spouting off at the mouth, make sure that what you're saying is true.
Boom.
Make sure that you're saying it in love.
Boom.
And make sure that it's necessary.
Bam.
Because like I was telling her, like, I can tell you that the sky is blue, and it's true. I may be saying it in love, but it's not necessary, because you can walk outside and you can see it for yourself.
Right. So you just ask them. Those are some good questions to ask yourself before you say something. I know with me, when I have something to say, I usually have to think about it a few times, maybe rephrase it, shuffle it around, a few times before it comes out, because you want to make sure that you're having effective communication. So you want to be able to express yourself, but you also want to make sure that it's coming out in a way that's effective.
Right.
Not just
say
so. Ooh, 444.
Y'all
better listen to what I just said. You see this right here, 444. Y'all gotta listen to that. Show them, baby. Show. They gotta see it. They're not gonna believe us.
No.
We gotta
If
show
y'all
these
can see
people.
this,
They don't believe
cause
us.
see, I'm just watching the.
They
I
don't
don't
want to
know
be
if that.
believing us.
What let's see.
They don't want to be
Oh
believing
no,
us.
y'all can see. Yeah, you can see that where it has the 444. I'm just. This is just the stats of the people that's just on, and I was
Oh, it
just
just
looking.
changed to 446.
Yeah, I was looking at the average viewing duration. So like
Four.
4 minutes and 44 seconds is the
See?
average watch time right now for this live.
See that? See that
That's
right?
just
You see what's going on? This is the type of life
wow.
we live, guys. We're not lying. This is how we live here. Our mailbox is 222. Like we these numbers be following us.
Yeah, we ain't playing around. But yeah, let me just double check to make sure. I know somebody was mentioning that the Cashapp wasn't working right. I don't see any notifications or anything like that. But at this time, I'm not showing anything else.
What's
If
wrong with the
anything
cash
comes
app?
up, if anything comes up, we'll definitely do a live tomorrow. If we see a donation comes in, and
Yeah.
yeah, if we see a donation that comes in, and if you know that you sent a donation this evening, and we see one pop up tomorrow, definitely tune in. We should be able to do a little bit earlier tomorrow. We'll be
Yeah.
getting it in around 8:30. But we'll definitely make sure that we pull cards for anybody that we may have missed today. So we definitely do
Absolutely.
apologize for any inconvenience. Let me see what this saying on here. Oh,
What we
she's
got?
talking to Solange.
See, they love one another. Look
Three,
how they talking to one
Crave.
another. I love it.
Crave staying single now and learn more about me for 2020. That
Look
is
at you.
beautiful,
I'm so proud
Solange.
of y'all.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, but we're not gonna hold y'all too much longer because we gotta get to bed ourselves.
Yeah.
We got a whole nother day tomorrow. Tomorrow's hump day. If y'all don't know what
Get
that
it.
is,
Get over there. Huh?
like Mike.
Oh wow! Did you really?
You know, I'm gonna pull that commercial up just for the
Did
hell
you
of it so
really
I
do
can see it.
that?
But yeah, but we're about to head out here, y'all. We love y'all. What does that say? Uh, y'all talk. Okay,
Oh, they so nice.
we're gonna
Look
let
at
y'all get
y'all.
into y'all's conversation.
Y'all
But
should
we,
exchange like emails and stuff,
yeah.
and maybe I don't know what y'all want to do, Instagram or something, so you guys could
Mhm.
um talk to one another because right now everyone here that's on this live, I would say right now we have things in common, and sometimes we're not always around
Mhm.
people that we can share things with. So if there are people like in the chat who you guys are vibing with, definitely maybe get them on Instagram or something like that so you guys can maybe connect and help each other
Mhm.
out when you're going through stuff. This is what this community is about:
Yeah.
like-minded people coming together and just helping one another out on our journey.
Mhm.
So I love it. I absolutely love it. Now, guys, if this information has been helpful for you, please don't forget to give us that thumbs up. And we are really trying to grow the channel and get to at least 5,000 subscribers within the next couple of weeks.
Probably by the end of the month.
Yeah, and then try to get to 10,000 and really grow the channel
Mhm.
so we can reach more people. So if you
Mm.
guys find the information helpful, if you can give us that thumbs up, please, guys, and share our videos,
Share.
share, so that we can start getting our numbers to go up because it's
Mhm.
been at like 4,000 for for a while now,
Been there for
a few months.
about a month and a half.
Yeah.
About a month
So
and a
we've
half.
been trying to get the
Get that
subscribers, get
5,000.
that 5,000, hit that 5,000 mark, then go up to 10,000 hopefully
Mhm.
before this year ends. That'll be really nice.
Yeah. And Kelly, what part of California are you in? You talking about coming visit California?
Cali is nice.
Yeah. Cause I haven't been in California since I was in high school.
Wow.
That's a long ass time.
They got people who got whole lifetimes just been here and got jobs and everything.
Because hey, we would love to come to California. I know
Man,
we were talking to,
San
a,
Francisco.
oh nice, oh the Bay Area.
Ooh, stop
Oh,
teasing us. Stop teasing us.
we trying to think of some place for us to go for my birthday. Hey,
I
going to Cali for my birthday is
hmm,
not a bad idea.
that's not a bad
That's
idea.
March 2nd.
It'll be warm.
Yes, it will.
You know what?
We may end up doing
You
that. We
just
don't.
gave us an idea.
Hey, if you know any hey, if you know any good deals for us in March, email us, and this is for everybody because we're trying to travel on the budget. We will one way of being wealthy is that you learn how to manage your money. You learn how to keep in as much as
Right,
possible.
right.
So if y'all know about any good deals that may be going on in the Bay Area, California, from March the 2nd,
Please
drop us an
send
email
us an email.
at twinflamesunite@gmail.com,
Yes.
and
She
we
said
will be.
Airbnb. Somebody, okay, we'll check that out.
Yeah,
Airbnb.
we'll check out the Airbnb
No,
because
we
already,
will.
yeah, we got an account set up. But yeah, that would be dope.
That'll be really good.
Like,
We could start planning now.
yeah.
But listen, if you guys want to gift my baby a trip, I'm gonna put one of your numbers.
If you do, hey, if y'all wanna,
A early birthday present, right?
I need to get a new Apple Pen. I'm just
You know,
freestyle.
put it. He's putting in his wish list.
Oh boy. But yeah, but if y'all know of any good deals, because we're not trying to get over anybody or trying to
Right?
get
No,
free
we
stuff.
just messing
But
around.
if y'all know of any good deals for the Bay Area for around the March area,
That'll be good.
definitely let us know because we've been talking about going to the beach again for my birthday.
Oh
But
no, we are going to the beach.
yeah, we're going to the beach, but it'd be nice to go to
Right.
California.
It's just a matter of what beach we're going to. And California would be good. Like I haven't been there in a while.
Yep,
And it's beautiful in California.
yep. And you know what, Marshawn, you talking about bringing the babies? That would probably be something that we would end up doing.
Yeah. Yeah, they'll love it.
Hmm.
Yeah, we should take them.
Yeah. So we'll see how that goes.
It,
So-
it might not be a vacation. It might be a vacation, but
Vacation?
it
What's
would
that?
take the V out of it. Uh, it'll be a vacation, but
Yeah.
but yeah,
Yeah, now Sweet Tooth, Florida is always that's the number one.
man.
That is the number one spot if we go to Florida. If we go to a beach for my birthday, it's gonna be in Florida, more likely in either Panama City or Sarasota, Florida.
I have an idea. How about let's do both?
Do both.
Yeah,
What do you mean do both?
go to Florida,
Uh-huh.
spend a couple days, then go to Cali.
That would be a hell of an experience.
Hmm.
Cause I haven't been on a plane since high school.
Wow, we need to get you in the air.
I mean, I've been taking road trips. We
Yeah,
actually
we
took
on the
a-
road,
we-
yeah.
we took a road trip to the longest road trip I ever took was to Las Vegas. We're just rambling on right
Yeah,
now.
we're doing too much.
We're doing too much.
We're doing a lot right now.
Yeah. Okay. We're talking about birthday plans. We love y'all. We're not gonna hold y'all up any longer. Peace out.